The movie starts with the Wang family singing karaoke in front of a mirror, and then suddenly disappearing. Then, the scene changes to the present day and shows the busy home of the Wang family. Evelyn and her husband Waymond are getting ready for an audit by organizing some paperwork. They are also preparing for a big birthday party for Evelyn's father, Gong Gong, who had stopped talking to Evelyn for a while because she got married to Waymond and moved to the United States. On top of that, they are struggling to make their laundromat business successful. Evelyn is very busy and doesn't have time to talk to Waymond. He has secretly written papers to end their marriage, but she doesn't know it yet. Evelyn is also upset and removes googly eyes from various spots in the laundromat. Her family had put them there as a joke, but she doesn't find it funny. Joy, their rebellious daughter, comes to the laundromat with her girlfriend Becky. Evelyn and Joy have a difficult relationship, and they argue about Joy's tattoos. They also argue about whether Joy should tell Gong Gong that she is in a same-sex relationship, as he is old-fashioned and grumpy. Joy believes that her mother is using Gong Gong as an excuse and that Evelyn is actually uncomfortable with the fact that Joy is in a same-sex relationship. When Gong Gong enters the room, Evelyn introduces Becky as Joy's good friend. Gong Gong criticizes Joy for not speaking Chinese well, and Evelyn tells Joy that she is gaining weight. However, Becky thinks that Evelyn's criticism is a way to show love. Everyone is too busy to notice that Waymond appears to be possessed and briefly performs martial arts. Part 1 Everything. The following day, Waymond, Evelyn, and Gong Gong head to the IRS office to meet their auditor. While they are in the elevator, Waymond becomes possessed again. He tells them that he is from another universe, referred to as Old Waymond in this story, and has taken over her husband's body on this earth. He warns them that the multiverse is in danger. Before leaving Waymond's body, he hands a note to Evelyn with instructions to read it after they leave the elevator. The family goes to meet their auditor, a woman named Deirdre. She warns them that their actions could be seen as fraudulent. During the meeting, Evelyn reads the note given to her by Alt Waymond. The note instructs her to change her shoes, put on an earpiece, and imagine teleporting to a janitor's closet. Following the instructions, she ends up in another one of her bodies in a different universe, alongside Alt Waymond. However, the connection is weak as Evelyn keeps switching between her conversation with Deirdre, who is threatening to take away their laundromat, and Alt Waymond. Alt Waymond clarifies that he comes from a universe named the Alphaverse. In that universe, they managed to perfect multiversal teleportation by using a mapping program to keep track of various branch universes. Apart from switching bodies with an alternate version of themselves, they can also gain the abilities and expertise of any person they inhabit in the alternate universe. To teleport, the traveler must do something different to synchronize themselves with the alternate body, which is why Evelyn had to switch her shoes. Alt Waymond tells Evelyn that an evil traveler named Jobu Tupaki is planning to cause chaos in the multiverse, and only Evelyn has the innate goodness to stop him. He warns that Jobu has been killing versions of Evelyn in different universes but thinks this version of Evelyn is the chosen one. Suddenly, an alternate version of Deirdre appears and kills the bodies they are in, sending them back to their original bodies. Evelyn wakes up to Deirdre giving them more time to provide additional documents for their audit. Still in shock from her experience in the alternate realm, Evelyn discovers the divorce papers Waymond secretly created and also ends up punching Deirdre. Deirdre calls for help and Alt Waymond enters Waymond's body and uses his martial arts skills to fight them off. This causes Jobu, the evil traveler, to take notice. Later, it is revealed that Jobu is actually Joy from the Alphaverse. Alt Waymond explains that in the Alphaverse, Evelyn encouraged Joy to explore the multiverse, but it went too far. Joy gained the ability to travel the multiverse at will, experience all realities at once, and change reality itself. Joy became insane because of the criticism and the realization that there are infinite possibilities and limited time, causing her to believe that nothing matters. She created a weapon that Alt Waymond thinks can destroy the universe. Alt Waymond wants Evelyn to prevent this from happening. Alt Deirdre enters Deirdre's body and attacks with the abilities of a sumo wrestler. Alt Waymond teaches Evelyn how to access a universe where she is skilled in martial arts by expressing her true feelings for Deirdre. Evelyn initially struggles with this, causing Alt Waymond to lose faith in her as the chosen one. But later, she is finally able to tap into her alternate martial arts skills. Using her newfound abilities, she defeats Alt Deirdre. However, Evelyn and Waymond are then apprehended by authorities. Jobu, who is now in Joy's body, attacks and kills the police in a violent and exaggerated manner. Evelyn, who is very scared, tries to use her power to fight Jobu, but instead of getting the fighting skills she needs, she accidentally taps into a universe where everyone has hot dog fingers. Evelyn is only rescued because Jobu becomes intrigued with her and starts to share some of her experiences, giving her a glimpse into what she's trying to achieve. Out of nowhere, Gong Gong from the Alphaverse, who was inhabiting Gong Gong's body, attacks Jobu. This prompts Jobu to travel to the Alphaverse to confront them there. Alt Waymond goes back to his original body and realizes that his initial assessment of Evelyn was correct. He then engages in a heated discussion with Alt Gong Gong regarding their next course of action. Alt Gong Gong thinks they should kill Joy while Jobu is busy, so that Jobu can't enter their universe anymore. Alt Gong Gong has done this in other universes as well. Alt Waymond disagrees and thinks that Evelyn has the power to save everyone. In the end, Evelyn agrees with Alt Waymond and Alt Gong Gong brings people from another universe, Alphaverse, to kill the three of them because he thinks they are infected by Jobu. He is also worried that if Evelyn joins Jobu, Jobu will succeed. To beat her enemies, Evelyn uses her experiences from different universes where she has various roles like a martial artist, singer, hibachi grill cook, where her coworker has a raccoon under his chef's hat, a maid, and a sign spinner. By using all of her different abilities, Evelyn becomes a strong fighter. She defeats the minions of Alt Gong Gong. At the same time, Jobu kills Alt Waymond while inside his body. Jobu comes back and Evelyn gets ready to fight her. However, using too many skills from alternate universes and spending too much time in other Evelyn's bodies becomes too much for Evelyn to handle. As a result, she dies from the stress. Jobu appears to be disappointed and Waymond is extremely upset. Part 2. Everywhere. Evelyn's mind travels through different universes, living the lives where she acquired the skills and knowledge she used. In another universe where Evelyn chooses not to get involved and goes home to do her taxes, we discover that Waymond didn't actually want a divorce. Eventually, Evelyn is able to bring her spirit back to her lifeless body and bring herself back to life. Evelyn rushes back home and confronts Joy, causing Jobu to come out. Evelyn tries to fight Jobu, but Jobu is too powerful and takes her to different worlds, like a prison, a piñata world, and even an animated world. Eventually, Jobu takes Evelyn to her base. She shows that her device is called an everything bagel, which means it's a bagel-shaped thing that has everything in the universe attached to it. If someone looks at the everything bagel device, they can see everything that exists all at the same time. Joy makes Evelyn look into it, and then Evelyn starts to think that nothing in life really matters because humans are so small and unimportant. Both of them can only find comfort in a universe where life never started, and they are just rocks with consciousness. Evelyn starts to believe that life has no meaning, just like Jobu. As a result, she starts running her relationships in all the different universes she's linked to. Back in her own universe, she signs the papers to get Waymond a divorce, doesn't do her taxes on purpose, which leads to Deirdre coming to take over the laundromat with the police. And she breaks the windows of the laundromat. Jobu tells her that if she goes through the center of the everything bagel, she will stop existing in all universes. This will put an end to her suffering caused by the meaninglessness of the multiverse. Joy invites Evelyn to go with her, and Evelyn says yes. But just before they leave, Evelyn hears Waymond's voice and suddenly teleports to a universe where she's a martial artist, and she never got married to Waymond. Waymond tells Evelyn that he thinks she didn't marry him because she mistook his kindness for weakness. However, he believes that being a loving person is how he finds purpose in the universe. Waymond also says that he would rather have had a good life with Evelyn running a laundromat than his own successful life without her. Waymond's words move Evelyn, and she starts to appreciate the good moments in all of her different lives across the multiverse. Evelyn realizes that Waymond was correct. True love gives us strength and meaning in life. Despite Jobu's urging for her to go through the everything bagel device with her, Evelyn decides not to. An angry Jobu brings the everything bagel device and her henchmen from her own base to Evelyn's main universe, where it starts destroying everything. Alt Gong Gong and the Alphaverse forces arrive to kill Jobu, but Evelyn uses her powers to read their deepest regrets and fix them. This makes each soldier stop attacking. Evelyn also resolves the issues that she had created with her other selves in different universes. For instance, she reconciles with Deirdre, who has hot dog fingers, and saves Rakakui from animal control. Evelyn faces her father's abandonment and admits that by trying to avoid being like him, she pushed away her own daughter. With her family now reunited, they all hold on to Jobu to prevent her from going through the everything bagel. At the same time, in the universe where Evelyn is doing her taxes, she apologizes to her daughter. Initially, Joy refuses to accept her mother's attempts to make amends. Joy believes that life is too painful and humans are too insignificant in the grand scheme of things, so why bother trying to fix their relationship? Evelyn argues that although what Joy says may be true, it's the small moments that matter the most, and no single moment is more significant than the brief ones they spend together. Evelyn and Joy hug while Jobu is pulled out of the hole in the everything bagel, and the device is deactivated. Part 3. All at once. Skipping ahead, Becky drops off the Wong family at the IRS building. She is now fully accepted by the family, including Evelyn and Gong Gong. As they enter the building, Evelyn shares a loving kiss with Waymond, indicating that their marriage is now strong. They reach Deirdre's office, with their receipts properly organized, and Deirdre praises them for doing much better. The movie ends with the image of Evelyn being able to see everything in the multiverse at the same time.